Alright, what's on... I got a bit of an agenda today, just a list of some things I want to cover. First of all, re-roll. However you pronounce your name, I don't know. Calling me out a little bit on my last couple of videos, and that's cool. He's got a point. Basically what I'm going to say about that is, he's actually the resident level-headed Patriots fan around here, so, that's cool. I don't hate all Patriots fans. I'd hate for you to get the impression that I don't like you, so don't think that. I mean, if you're a real Patriots fan, if you had to sit through the Pete Carroll years, and the McPherson years, and the later Drew Bledsoe years, and the Mark Wilson or Hugh Millen years, it's cool that you're a real fan. You sat through the bad years, and you deserve to have the dynasty and the great team that they have right now. That's not what this is about. It's not about the real Patriots fans out there. This is about the bandwagon fans, and I know they're out there. Excuse me. This isn't about you. If you sat through all those years of the Patriots being a bad team, if you sat through 2 Super Bowl losses and, the 1-15 season and the 2-14 season, I'll give you credit. You earned this dynasty then. I'm talking about the people who didn't even know what the Patriots were before 2001. The people who barely know anything about football. You see what I'm saying there. It disgusts me that these people come out and try and act like real fans and come out in their Patriots jersey and get their Patriots helmet tattooed onto their head when they're not even real fans. It just jumped on when things got hot. And I think that point is being made pretty well because, I hang out on message boards and on the YouTube thing, and where'd the Pats fans go? Half of them disappeared after the loss. They couldn't take it. So, that's my thing. And since you decided to take a shot at my Seahawks, I gotta respond to that. You're right. New England was a better team than us this year, and they made it further than us this year, but I'm not commenting on them, on the Patriots, as a Seattle fan. I'm commenting on them as just a observer of the NFL. And like I said, they did better than us this year, but you have to realize, we didn't think that this was a Super Bowl team. We weren't the best team this year. We weren't a top 4 team this year or whatever. And, sometimes that is what it is. You're as good as you are. And, sometimes that's just the way things play out. That's life, I guess. We didn't have fans in the media and, running around everywhere talking about how great they were and how they were going to go 19-0. We didn't have people talking about going 19-0 after we beat Tampa Bay the first week. We didn't have people talking the Super Bowl pretty much all season long. We didn't have a quarterback who laughed at the notion of only scoring 17 points in the Super Bowl. We didn't have all this arrogance and swagger and confidence in ourselves. And, basically, New England was the best team in the league this year, but that means nothing now because they didn't win the Super Bowl. So that's why I'm taking shots at them. That's why I'm making fun of them. They should have won the Super Bowl, but they didn't, and that's grounds to be made fun of. We just weren't a Super Bowl team this year, and, it sucks, but it is what it is. The talent wasn't there. The luck wasn't there. We won 10 games. We won a playoff game, and that's about as far as this pool of talent could get us. So, we went into Green Bay as underdogs, didn't expect to win, and we didn't win. What else can you say? That's just why, as a Seattle fan, you're right, maybe I don't have a right to make fun of a team that went 18-1, but that's not really what this is about. This is just me as a football fan saying what I will about one of the biggest choke jobs in football history. Nobody's going to remember that the Seahawks lost to the Packers a couple years from now. It's just going to be another playoff game where the better team won. People are going to remember that Super Bowl as one of the biggest upsets of all time on par with the Rams, Pats, and the Jets, Colts Super Bowl. So, you know, if you're a real fan, you'll know that your team does deserve it. I mean, if it happened to me, I'd know we deserved it because, well, 18-1 just feels ridiculously empty, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyway, got a couple questions from a couple people. Build Our Kids, something like that. This resident Saints fan around here asked me what I thought about the NFC South next year. So, you know, I look at it, not a great division. I think Atlanta is going to be down at the bottom for a while, and, you know, I just see that sticking. Then, in third place, I actually have Tampa Bay. I think they're going to be one of the teams that falls off this year. They're very old. They relied on the talents of some very old players to get to where they did this year. Brooks, Garcia, Galloway, Barber, Kelly. Jeez, excuse me, I'm awful today, aren't I? So I'm going to have them fall down to third. Second place, I got Carolina. I think this team's a little overlooked. I think they got the talent, and eventually they're going to put it together. But I think they're in a bit of a limbo for their quarterback situation, and their offense as a whole needs a little bit more. And I do think the Saints are going to bounce back this year and win it with about 10 wins, maybe 9. I think they'll be back this year. I'm not just saying that because the guy who asked this is a Saints fan. That'd be easy to do, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. Another question I got asked. Recently, Jim Mora was declared the Seahawks head coach for 2009, and ATL Grizzly asked me what I thought about that. So he knows I'm not the biggest fan of Jim Mora, and I'm not. You know, I look at what he did at Atlanta, and he won some games. He kind of drove that team slowly into the ground, but he won some games. What I don't like about him is beyond the fact that he took a team from 12-4 to 8-8 to 7-9, is that I don't think he's tough enough. I think he's too nice, you know. You know, just as an exaggerated example. Hey,